Hello students, welcome back for your online studies. Hope you all are fine, healthy with your family members and taking good care of your health. I wish all of you be safe at your home. So students, all all over we have already studied most of your topics from your grammar. Today we are going to start a very important topic of yours, that is called voice, and that is basically active and passive voice. So hope you have already studied about many examples. It must be in your mind also, you might have studied in your previous class also, but quickly we can just have a look about these voice, that what is active voice and what is passive voice, and thereafter in our next video we will discuss your line by line explanation from your book. So let's start. In grammar, the voice of a verb describes its relationship with the subject and object. Basically, what a verb do? Verb does an action. It is actually a word, and it with the help of this word, you always try to understand the relationship between the subject and the object or any other element in a sentence. Is it clear? Okay. So in a grammar, the voice of a verb describe it its relationship with the subject, object, or any other element in a sentence. The verb can be in the active voice or in the passive voice. Now here starts your chapter, that this verb can be in the form of your active voice and in the form of your passive voice. Now what is the difference between the active and the passive voice? Active voice, where doer, your subject, does the action, but in passive voice the, the action is done by the doer only, but it becomes the third party. How it happens, you can see the example over here. For example, it's a very active sentence, active voice sentence here. Ricky cleans the garden. If we have to use the same sentence in passive voice, the garden is cleaned by Ricky. You can understand in this way also, that in active voice, for example, you and me are talking, whatever I say to you, it's directly, it means my conversation with you should be in a form of active voice. But for example, if you have attended my class but one of your friend uh, not attended the class due to any other reason, and now if you want to tell them that what you have studied from the class and whatever you will give the information, that this chapter was taught by ma'am, she said this and this is how we have understood the concept, and these are the examples. So it means I am not the direct person who gives all the information, you become the mediator over there. So this is how, when my message reaches to the third person, but with the help of yours, this is going to be a kind of passive voice. He removed the weeds. Now the weeds were removed by him. He is watering the plants. The plants are being watered by him. So this is the use of active voice and passive voice. When you will see your book, in your book the structures are also given, examples are also given, you can easily understand. And active voice and passive voice, in active voice, if there is a present tense, past tense, or future tense, accordingly we will change your passive voice. But one thing must remember, that the verb must be third form of the verb, v3, past participle is going to be used over there. No other verb will come with the help, like with any other form. For example, v2, v4, these verbs are not allowed, only v3 should be there. Yes, helping verbs should be there. If you are changing from simple present to the passive voice, then for example you can see here also, Ricky cleans the garden, it's a simple present tense. And when you're changing into passive voice, that is the reason you have taken a helping verb. And when we talk about present, is, am, are, these are your helping verbs, so you have used is over there. If you see the second one, he removed, removed means past tense, so that is the reason we have taken the helping verb as were, because we are talking about the weeds. Weeds is the plural thing over there. He is watering the plants. Now continuous is there, but we are not supposed to use continuous there. What we have used? We have used instead of is we have used are, and as it's a continuous one you have used being. Watering changed into watered. The plants are being watered by him. Your doubts will be clear once you will once we will have your next video from like chapter line by line explanation. Let's talk about your structure. Before you talk about your structure, when the subject is the doer of the action, the verb is the active voice. When the subject is the receiver of the action, the verb is said to be in the passive voice. Hope you have understood this. Now let's talk about the active voice structure. Simple. Students, active voice is absolutely fine with you. You have already understood, that is subject plus verb plus object. For example, Arushi teaches Rahul. That is just a simple sentence where you follow the simple structure, subject plus verb plus object. Is it clear? Okay, now let's move forward for the passive voice. In passive voice, what will happen, students? You can see here subject in the beginning, object at the end. But in passive voice, we take object at the first place, subject at the last place. You can call it as a reverse action also. And to connect the object with your verb, we use be. Be it here means is, am, are, was, were. It can be changed. It can become your helping verbs. And past participle, third form of the verb. By. By is always must be there to join past participle and the object doing the action over there. For example, Rahul is taught by Arushi. So this is the example of your passive voice. Hope it is understood to you, student. Let's move forward for your passive voice. There is an example, the example which I have already given in the last clip. Rahul is taught by Arushi. In passive form, a transitive verb is made up of the verb be with the past participle. This is what I just said to you. Be can be changed into in any other way. It can be is, am, are, was, were. That depends upon the tense. Let's move forward. Usually the preposition by, the preposition which you can see over there, bache, the preposition by introduces the passive object in a sentence. It means just after by, the whatever the word, whatever the remaining words are there, that will always introduce the passive object in a sentence. Hope it is clear to you. Now remember this. This is the just to make you remind, the object of the active verb becomes the subject of the passive verb. That is what I just said, that it must be a reversing action. Our doctor goes at last, medicines come at first. Now what you have to do, you just have to put helping verb and by in between. And if you will get some tenses, you have to change the tenses according to the active voice and passive voice. A doctor prescribes medicines. Now how will you change into passive voice? Medicines are, because medicines plural, are prescribed. Now it's going to be changed into V3. And a doctor prescribed. So now these medicines are prescribed by whom? By a doctor. So hope students, at least you have understood the base form of the active and passive voice. More information we will discuss in your Google Classroom, as well as in the next video where we will discuss your doubts and more explanation about the chapter line by line in the next video. Thank you so much, students. Just go through with your chapter and ask me your doubts if you have any.